and welcome to the first game of the Brawl by Niagara Falls. So here I have my Eldar. You've seen it from the league. I've got all the jet bikes on the field, Wraith Knights there. We're playing the Relic with modified Maelstroms. We've got an objective right there and an objective right there, and my Warp Spiders are in reserve. And my first opponent is Cam. And Cam, if you want to just walk me through your list.
Got the 5 Thunderwolf Cavalry. We got 2 Power Fists, 3 Storm Shields, and 1 Thunderhammer. There's the Wolf Lord with a Frost Axe and his pet wolf guys.
Pet wolf guys, Fenders and Wolves, nice.
That's a Rhino with the long fangs.
Rhino with long fangs, perfect.
4 plasma cannons, 1 plasma gun.
Perfect.
I got a Wolf Lord Terminator with the Chain Fist. He's in reserve.
Okay.
And a Storm Wolf.
They're in these guys right here.
With 13 Blood Claws, 1 being the Terminator with Storm Shield. And I think Thunderhammer, yeah.
13 Blood Claws, Thunderhammer, okay.
And the 2 drop pods are the exact same, with 10 Grey Hunters with plasma guns.
10 Grey Hunters, plasma guns, and there was a Power Fist in each one, right?
Fist in each one.
Okay, perfect. So, we've already rolled off, we've already deployed, Psychic Powers are ready, we are ready to go. Cam is taking first turn, so Cam, take it away. We'll come back at the end of Space Wolf's turn 1. Okay, so end of Space Wolf's turn 1, we had a drop pod come down right here. These guys came out with their plasma guns and bolters firing, took out 2 Marines and took a wound off of the Farseer. These plasma cannons fired in on the Wraith Knight, took a wound off, and then these guys weren't eager to get anywhere. They only had a 1-inch run move, even with fleet. So we will come back at the end of Eldar turn 1. Okay, so end of Eldar turn 1. These Marines took a lot of firepower and they whittled down to the 1 guy. They were doomed as well. Drop pod got destroyed by the Wraith Knight, and some Scatterfire took the Thunderwolf down a fair amount. And then just to elaborate on some Eldar trickery, I turbo boosted my jet bikes right there onto the objective. He does not have objective secured, so I hold that, get 2 points on the secondary compared to Cam's 0. So we will come back at the end of Space Wolf turn 2. He's got some reserves to roll for. Okay, so end of Space Wolf turn 2. A little bit more going on here. Second drop pod came down. Stormlord also came on. His unit got out right there, so they're charging up with the Thunderbolts right there. The fire here caused enough casualties for me to call a break test, and I fell back right to the edge of the board. So, playing with death right here. And then this unit in the back took only 1 wound from the Rhino, ironically, but passed their leadership check, so they're still good to go. And I've got my Warp Spiders coming in, or I'm going to roll for my Warp Spiders to come in, sorry. I'm going to roll all of my dice here, so in on 3s. All but 1 unit coming in. So we will come back at the end of Eldar turn 2. Alright, so that was the end of Eldar turn 2. This drop pod came down. The 9 guys are deleted. The guy with the Power Fist is still left. Thunderwolves have taken a bit of a beating, so there's just the 1 guy remaining too. Devastator's also got Warp Spidered over there, and I'm still holding on to that objective just to deny him some points. Drop pod, I only did 1 whole point too. Relic is still sitting pretty in the middle of the battlefield right there. But we will come back at the end of Space Wolf turn 3. Okay, so that's the end of Space Wolf turn 3. We have failed charge here. A tricky flicker jump over here got me away from him. So, right now he's sitting in the open. These guys tried to run up. They're trying to get into close combat as much as possible. I have 1 unit of Warp Spiders who are still not coming in. So we'll come back at the end of Eldar turn 3. Okay, so that's the end of Eldar turn 3. The Lord got taken down by a couple of Warp Spiders. These guys over here got whittled down by pretty much the entire army, but they're still standing. That Lord tanked 8 wounds by himself, which is great. The Stormlord over here was taken out by the Wraith Knight in close combat. Everything's just kind of wiggling around because as per assault moves, I got both of my missions. Cam did not get any of his because he had 1 guy that was right here. I had to put a little bit too much into him in order to take him down, but we got that in the end. So now we'll come back at the end of Space Wolf turn 4. Alright, so we compiled the end of Space Wolf turn 4 and the end of Eldar turn 4. His Lord and his last remaining not Long Fang, Blood Claw charged into the Wraith Knight. I killed them both before they got to swing, and then that Rhino just died from scatter laser fire. So at the end of the game, I'm holding the Relic, I have secondaries, and oh crap, I moved away from Linebreaker. So, it was a good game. Feel like the dice betrayed you a little earlier on. But there we go. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll come back when we go into our second round. are here at round 2 at Brawl at the Falls. Eldar back again. We've got a different mission this time. This one's called Death of a Planet. So we have Vanguard Strike deployment. So we've got our corners. I've got my Warp Spiders all deployed there. And I'm against Neil's Grey Knights here. So here we have 2 of the Dread Knights, and then we've got a little Centurion Star, which we all know and love. Tigurius there, Drago in the corner, another Librarian, Inquisitor, and then in reserve we have 2 drop pods with 5-man units of Space Marines with Melters, Combi Melters, and Kodiaz, as well as a 5-man unit of Interceptors. So the mission parameters here are you are to escape the destroying planet, pretty much. The only way to escape is through the 12-inch corner in your opponent's deployment zone. So there's a little 12-inch bubble there that once you exit the battlefield, yeah, you have to escape off the table edge that way. Once you do, you get 3 points. So we will see how it is. Currently, I am going first. Neil, would you like to seize? Or would you like to try and seize? All right, so Neil is going to try and seize here. So we have a 2, so not quite a seize. And he gets a reroll from Kodiaz, which is a 5, so not quite. So we are going to continue with Eldar turn 1, and we will come back at the end. Okay, so we're at the end of Eldar turn 1. Very anticlimactic. However, you'll notice that my entire fortified corner and line is all moved up. Nature of the mission has asked me to play a little bit differently. So I've got some Warp Spiders in this building, Warp Spiders here, jet bikes up. Everything's kind of pushed up, and this building I'm heavily fortified with my equipment right here. Again, like I said, nature of the mission is a little bit making me play a little bit different, but I guess we'll see. So we'll move on to Grey Knights and Marines turn 1. Okay, so end of Grey Knight turn 1. This is turning out to be very uneventful right now. Drop pod came down, put some shots over here. He did scatter 3 inches, but it was multiplied to 6. So he moved over as per the mission parameters, so he's got a good avenue to run off there. Death Star kind of walked around. He's a little bit apprehensive about gating, just because of the 2d6 scatter. It's very easy for him to mishap at this point. Tried putting some shots into these Warp Spiders. I passed all of my armor saves from the incinerators on these guys, and these guys flicker jumped out of range of the grab. So he has invisible, prescience. I managed to deny ignores cover, but it ended up not mattering anyway. So currently 0 casualties, but we will come back at the end of Eldar turn 2. Okay, so end of Eldar turn 2, you'll notice the board is significantly empty. All of these guys actually just flew off the board. So using my Turbo Boost move, they were able to get into his quadrant, so I removed all of those. So that's 8 units times 3, which is the way that it works. So that's 24 points. And I was able to take out one of the Dread Knights here. So I'm currently at 26 points. So we're moving on to Grey Knight turn 2. My Warp Spiders are kind of spread out a little bit, but these 3 units are ready to jump off again, and I've got another 3 units sitting back here. So we'll come back at the end of Neil's turn 2 and see what goes on. So the Centurion Death Star got to do something. We managed to remove 2 units of Warp Spiders over here with Ignores cover, perfect timing, twin links, grab doing what grab does best. The second drop pod, deep struck mishap off the table, but it's only an ongoing, so nothing to worry about that. This Dread Knight came over here and mopped up this unit of Warp Spiders, so that's 6 points on the board for the Grey Knights. We're moving on to Eldar turn 3. Okay, so we reached the end of Eldar turn 3. The Wraith Knight came back to destroy the drop pod. It's not going to score many points, but it's going to gain me some bonus ones. Squad of Warp Spiders jumped off, and these Warp Spiders have jumped off, and they are within touching distance. Death Star is sitting right here, and the Dread Knight's still here, so we'll come back at the end of Grey Knight's turn 3. Okay, so the end of the game has been reached. The Wraith Knight has been killed. So that's an additional 4 points for Neil there. These Warp Spiders are pretty much off the table. So the only thing that's left, because it is, we technically have 3 turns. The game ends on turn 6, straight up. So technically what we have are 3 turns of Neil walking across the table to try and get here. Do you want to try and gate them?
The only thing I could possibly do is try and gate here.
Okay, so we have, so these guys basically need to try and run. So you're 18 inches, puts you here, which means you can't even run off the table. If you roll perfect 6s, so those guys can't do anything. So he gets 30, oh, sorry. So he gets 36, so measure 36. So 36, and then even if you roll roll perfect 18s, he can't do it either. So the only unit that can really try and get off the board to save him points is this, which is actually really useful for him because he's got 4 characters in there. So even if you move, here. So here, measure. If you move 18 to there, then you'll get within. So if you walk, you have to roll perfect 6s through these, and then perfect 6s on your runs. Did you want to try and gate, or did you want to try and... plus you've also got the Grey Knights to come in. We'll come back when we resolve this. Okay, so we finished the end of the game, and it was actually significantly closer than we thought it was going to be. He managed to land the Gate of Infinity right there, and then in his subsequent turn was able to run off of the table, giving him an additional 5 or 15 points. Killing the Wraith Knight was also essential too. So at the end of the game, we actually calculated it as 35 for me, 31 for Neil. So, a fantastic game. We'll see you at round 3. Okay, welcome to game 3 of the Brawl at the Falls. I'm playing against Jason. Here you see I've got all my jet bikes lined up like this nicely. I've got all of my wolf spiders hiding in reserve over there. So over here we're playing against an Eldar Space Wolf hybrid with a Librarius Conclave as well. So we've got the Farseer, 3 jet bikes and scatter lasers, Wraith Knight hiding in the building. It's a sword Wraith Knight with dual scatter lasers. Over here another unit of scatter laser jet bikes. Then we've got a Dreadnought. This Dreadnought is currently coming down in a pod. It's not Murderfang or anything, it's just a regular close combat venerable. And then we've got a little Wolf Star here with the Librarius Conclave sitting at the back. So it's going to be a very interesting game. The missions are basically, it's kind of like kill points, except you get points for every character and, what is it? Every character you kill, Warlord is a kill, and then First Blood is a kill. Very, very few actual points, but Linebreaker, Tank Hunter, and Supreme Commander are the secondaries to get points on. So, I've given Jason first turn, and we'll come back at the end of Space Marine Eldar turn 1. Okay, so Jason's ended his first turn. We have an invisible Wraith Knight. We have an invisible Thunderwolf Star with the Librarius Conclave. Everything else is moved up. His drop pod came down, and his Dreadnought sitting right there. My stuff is all sitting back there. I was luckily out of range of everything, so he wasn't able to do any shooting. But we will come back at the end of Eldar turn 1. Okay, so end of Eldar turn 1, we did the full fury of all of the jet bikes. I was able to take out the Farseer and his jet bike unit that was right here through the lovely placed windows on the building. This invisible Wraith Knight didn't get touched, but this Dreadnought that was hiding behind got D'd a little bit. One Fenwolf dropped there, but they were still invisible, so I couldn't really do anything else. So we will go on to Space Wolf Eldar turn 2. We'll see you then. Okay, so we got a 3-inch run move to finish off the turn, but recap of that is we got invisibility off on that unit again. Very, very potent unit. Kind of afraid of it, actually. The Wraith Knight jumped off the table. He's getting nastily close. These jet bikes popped out, kill 2. I have to take a leadership check on those, so I might as well roll that while we're doing this. So leadership check on the bikes. They fail, so they're going to be running away. I will do that runaway move in just a second, but first off I'm going to roll for my Warp Spiders. And 3 units of Warp Spiders come in, so we will come back at the end of Eldar turn 2. Okay, end of Eldar turn 2. I put a lot of firepower into the Wraith Knight. I say a lot of firepower, I mean literally my entire army. A lot of lucky armor saves meant that it, even with Doom and a couple of guided units, it took so much firepower. I couldn't use it on anything else. But the invisible Wolf Star is still coming. Probably going to get into close combat this turn, but we will see you at the end of Space Wolf turn 3. Okay, so end of Space Wolf turn 3. We failed a charge over here on the Warp Spiders, so not as close combat oriented as we thought it was going to be next turn. I managed to kill one of them on Overwatch, which was exceedingly lucky. These jet bikes have pushed up to here. The rest of my army is cowering over here. Right, yeah, so basically that unit's invisible, and I've got to try and kill it. I just spent the entire game, or my entire turn shooting at the Wraith Knight last turn to no effect, so I guess we got to try and bust this nut. So let's see if we have my 3 Warp Spider units coming in. All but 1, so 1 unit of Warp Spiders left off the table. We'll see you at the end of Eldar turn 3. The Eldar fear is real. You can see I've backed myself into a huge corner, tried firing at the invisible star. I got 2 wounds through, so there's another model down. These guys over here failed me on my jump to try and kill the Dreadnought, but sometimes it just doesn't happen. So we are at the top of 4. and it's basically a game of running away from this wolf star. Let's see if I can continue. See you at the end of Space Wolf turn 4. Okay, so the end of Space Wolf turn 4. These guys didn't quite make the charge either. They ran actually this time, but they are still invisible. So let's hopefully I can do a little bit more damage this time. This Dreadnought charged the Warp Spiders. It killed 2, but I am pseudo-failess, so I also did my hit and run move, so now I have rear armor. So basically that's all that's left. A unit that I cannot kill, and units that I cannot get to. But we'll see what we can do. We'll come back at the end of Eldar turn 4. Oh wait, I've got my unit of Warp Spiders coming in. Hurrah! Okay, so end of Eldar turn 4. I've done some shooting. I've whittled some wounds, which is better than I've done previous turns. And again, everything is spread out as per regular Eldar running awayness. That Dreadnought in the back died, and this drop pod is now dead as well, so gaining bonus points from destroying vehicles. Literally just this Wolf Star left, so moving on to turn 5. End of Space Wolf turn 5. We charged the unit of jet bikes that was sitting right here. We Psychic Shrieked the Farseer, so we got a bonus point for killing a character. And he's got Line Breaker right now. Basically, my entire turn for the rest is going to be running away. So we will see you at the end of Eldar turn 5. Alright, so we decided to call it at the bottom of turn 5 simply because my objective at this point was just going to run to his side of the table to get Line Breaker. There's no way I was going to break through this and get Warlord or anything. So we're calling it. It was a very, very good game. I decided that I don't do anything against invisible units. That's horribly apparent right now.
Maybe we'll play this way sometime.
Yeah, maybe if we played Dawn of War, it would have been slightly different. But that's the end of that one. We'll see you at game 4. Okay, we are on game 4 of the Brawl by the Fall. Here we have the Eldar setup. I am playing very defensively because he has Knights and Space Marines and a drop-potting unit of Grab Sense. So the way that it's working, we are game 4. This is a special mission with a landmines are literally everywhere. All open terrain, so anything that is not a terrain piece counts as having landmines. So after you have finished moving, you roll a die. On a 1, you take D6, Strength 6, AP 3 hits. I'll repeat that. D6, Strength 6, AP 3 hits. That's the, and it works, a D3, it says right, it takes D3, Strength 6, AP 3. Vehicles, including walkers, resolve hits from their rear armor. So, there's going to be a lot of excitement going on in this game. I have gone second, or Basil went first, and I have the chance to seize. And I think as Eldar, this might be the first opportunity that I want to try and seize and try and go first. I think we're going to try and do it. So let's give it a go. David's first seize attempt, and it's a 6. So we will take the first turn. Warp Spiders are all in reserve, as is this guy. So we will see you at the end of Eldar turn 1. So end of Eldar turn 1, you'll notice that a lot of my models are off of their bases right now. Had a small accident and dropped my entire army, so half of them are on their bases right now. However, end result of the first turn, Tigurius is dead, as is his tactical squad, and these 3 predators are also dead. Seizing apparently did a lot of damage right then, so all he has left are the Razorback right at the back, the Storm, and the Knight, and then he's got a drop pod in his hands right now coming down with his Grab Sense. There we go, Grab Sense with Tank Commander. So we will come back at the... Oh wait, and I lost 3 models to the mines. The fucking mine took 3 of my models. So we will come back at the end of Space Marine turn 1.
How many did I kill?
Alright, so the Stealth Enshrouded right here ended up taking out 2 jet bikes in total from Stealth Enshrouded Protected, sorry. So Grab Sense, and then this guy over here fired some rockets and only took out 2 jet bikes, so Psychic Defense held through, which is good. These guys pushed up. This is going to look a little bit cleaner in just a moment, because now I'm going to roll some reserves. So we'll come back at the end of Eldar turn 2. Okay, so end of Eldar turn 2. I took another mine casualty, actually 2 mine casualties over here from the Warp Spiders. The Knight took 1 as well. I'm not sure if I documented that. This Razorback is now dead, and it has 1 guy left. left, and the grab sense have been whittled down, so there's 5 wounds in there total. Doom and Guy did a lot of work on that one, but wasn't quite able to do it. We do have some reserves from Basil to come in, so 1 Storm and 1 outflanking Calexis Assassin. So we will see you at the end of Space Marine turn 2. Well, the Calexis came in and cleaned up a bit of that unit. It's a nasty piece of work. The Centurions did a small number on some jet bikes over here too. And the Knight failed a charge here. So I live to fight another day, luckily. We will have to see what goes on and Eldar turn 3. Okay, so that was the bottom of Eldar turn 3. The Centurion Star is gone from mass shooting. This guy still remains because apparently he's really, really strong. And I warp spidered the fucking Knight. It's gone. I exploded it. Fuck you. So what do we have left? We have the Calexis, we have a drop pod, and a Land Speeder Storm. You should probably roll for the Land Speeder Storm, Basil. It comes in. Sweet.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it is coming on whatever table edge that you choose. And we will see you again at the end of Space Marine turn 3. Okay, so that we ended at the end of turn Space Marine turn 3, bottom of turn 3. The focal point, well, the Storm came on, didn't do anything, and then the Calexis went to go charge these Guardians, and the Calexis got killed in Overwatch. So we decided to call it at that point. Very good game with Basil. We did. So that's all 4 games. So I guess we'll see what happens overall, and I will thank you very much for watching. This has been the Brawl at the Falls.
Alrighty, so we'll start with the awards. The first award I like to give out is Murphy's Luck. You came out, you had a good time. Unfortunately, the dice just did not work for you.
Here I am, right here.
So, with a new set of dice, Marnus.
Yay!
I need a
Should have given him an Age of Sigmar starter set.
another one.
Another one. Another one.
Sportsman.
I knew I'd get a booby prize.
So here we go. Sportsman, you guys all lied and gave everyone perfect scores. It's all lied. So we broke it down for a little bit and we figured it out. So 3rd place for Sportsman is Ricky.
Really? Oh, sorry. It's okay.
No, you're videoing.
It's good.
I don't want to be like.
I don't want to be like that. Proceeds to squid.
No, I don't want to be the wall that's like, oh look, that's her back.
Yep.
Oh look, that's her arm flailing.
Okay, no, it's fine. All right. So 2nd place for Sportsman is Mr. Pont.
Woo! I'm a sportsman.
Some pervert reporting, everyone.
1st place.
Oh, these are provided by 6 Square Studios. They are local and they are sick. They gave you those sweet fucking
Ready to get 10% off
those
those.
little poker chips.
We had almost the blast of a time here. Was laughing the entire time. Actually, enjoyed himself immensely. Grant.
You guys are all right. Your head down, Grant.
That happens.
I wanted to Actually, I literally
So, this tournament also came out with a lot of different armies. Some of them look like they've just been clipped that morning. And and some of them had looked absolutely amazing. It was really hard to decide, but we came down to these 3. So in 3rd place is Jeff with his doing Demon Kid. In
Good job,
2nd place is Dan with his Space Wolf.
Dan.
Wow. I want to give you first, man.
And in 1st place goes to Chris.
Take that, bitches.
inches. Okay. Best general. Yeah, you didn't have the highest amount of points, but you kicked a lot of ass. So best general, there's only one award, and it goes to Mr. Pont again.
Woo! Oh, I get both of them?
Oh yeah.
Holy shit. Overload. Thanks.
So now the best overall.
Oh, the falls.
And you guys did phenomenal. The guy who had the most points had a phenomenal lead of 40 points over the rest of the party. Yeah, he was. I was saying, if we had another round, I'm pretty sure that. He might have actually. Probably. So in second place, or no, in third place is Ryan.
Hey! You get a piece of paper.
In second place is Chris.
Hey-oh!
And in first place, the guy who is known as apparently Captain Cheese, Dan.
Hey! Captain Cheese! Captain Cheese! Captain Cheese! Captain Cheese!
All right, guys. If you're thinking of going home, drive safe. It's gotten really cold and it's probably slippery. Anyways, have a good night. Everybody's probably
All right, so we just finished our first, this is the first Brawl of the fall, correct?
That's right.
Awesome. Would you mind just introducing yourself and tell me a little bit about yourself?
I'm Andrew. I'm a father of two, and I pretty much was the brains behind this operation.
Yes, he was, and I know it. I'm the financial aspect of this.
Just as long as you guys know each other's roles. Okay, awesome. How do you think the event went?
I think it went well, successfully for our first round. We had some hiccups, but it's expected for our first tournament.
Yep, absolutely.
Other than that, I think everyone enjoyed themselves, had a great time, and yeah, you're lying.
Cheers, brother.
So you think this is going to be the first of many then?
I think so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. We're all
Next time we're gonna have the whole place. It's gonna be like Warhammer only in this place.
Yeah.
And my company's Max Aggressive Gaming. We're down the street, and I'm gonna always be renting this spot. So Brawl by the Falls. I assume she'll be here, and if it does get to the point where it's crazy huge, we'll probably go to a hall.
And just in case you guys mixed that is Max Aggression Gaming. It is right there. I will post a link in the description following that. Was there any shout outs that you'd like to give?
I'm just saying hi to my wife and my two kids. Other than that.
And thank you to 6 Squared Studios for supplying all of the little poker chips we had for markers, objectives, and all the trophies.
Thank you.
And obviously it's Geekery.
Well, thank you very much. I know that everybody had a good time. I really had a good time too. So thank you very much for having us. We'll see you.
And congratulations on your rewards.
Woo, there you go.